Hey, I'm Conflicted, and today I'm going to be reviewing as well as giving you guys a hit or miss rating as well as a rating in general on this new Death of Slim Shady album. And I have a lot to say, but before we get into all that, get your cranberry juice, get your Cheerios, and it's time to review. Let's go. This album actually starts off pretty strong with Renaissance, and I wish it was a little bit longer, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it was still very enjoyable as a listen. I like that he was talking about big names in music right now, even though he was talking about it from like a hater's perspective. I mean, it was still enjoyable, him like mentioning Kendrick Lamar, him mentioning people like Kendrick Lamar and Jake. I mean, he mentioned J. Cole, bro, but I'm not gonna lie, J. Cole and Jordan Lucas right now are in a, man, like, I'm not gonna lie, I see why they're getting a little bit of hate. Jordan Lucas isn't that good. J. Cole made Grippy recently. He's not on the best roll right now. But J. Cole's still solid, bro. I'm not going to lie. But I gave the song Renaissance a hit. Next we have Habits. It was pretty okay. And it was definitely needed on the track list, in my opinion. I think it was definitely important for the storyline that he tells in here. But it had corny points. But I'll still give it a pass and give it a hit. Trouble, in my opinion, was a complete skip. I'm not even going to really talk about it. I didn't like it that much. I thought it was corny. Brand New Dance was a catchy D12 sounding song, and I thought that was a hit, in my opinion. I mean, it definitely was a little bit obvious on what Eminem was going for here. Like, it's very, very obvious with the D12 sounding beat and the D12 sounding flows and everything like that, bro. It's definitely what he was going for here. I think he might even sampled the lead singer of my band song, bro. I think he sampled that. Evil is a corny song, in my opinion, and he's clearly trying to be edgy. And I mean, that's a lot of this album, bro. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of this album is Eminem in Slim Shady's character being incredibly edgy, and it doesn't come off that well. Even if it is Slim Shady's character, it doesn't sound right, bro. Like, it's kind of corny. And yeah, man, I feel like he's corny in the Eminem way rather than corny in the old Slim Shady way. Cause Slim Shady was like, the old Eminem came off a lot better with this. I feel like there's definitely been some type of change in his music. Even when he's trying to go back to revert to his old sound, he can't necessarily do so as well. Lucifer was okay. I still gave it probably a skip, to be honest. And Antichrist was also a skip. It was very corny. The Slim Shady character talking about killing Gen Z and also making a bunch of weird transphobic, homophobic remarks, which I don't even feel like old Eminem talks about stuff like that a lot, where he's like, I absolutely hate the LGBTQ community. I feel like that's more of a recent Eminem thing, where he's a lot more vocal about his opinions and political opinions. Fuel is the greatest song on the album, in my opinion. The beat was incredible. JID had a great verse, and so did Eminem, bro. This was an incredible masterclass of a song. Road Rage also had a great beat and was definitely listenable. My bad. And I have that as a hit as well. Houdini, the big single on the album, was pretty catchy. I enjoyed that song a decent amount. As well as Guilty Conscious 2 was pretty corny, but it definitely was interesting for the storyline of Eminem versus Slim Shady. Head Honcho was corny but had great flows. And bro, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these songs on here are corny, but they have good flows and great production, bro. Eminem knows what he's doing with the production now, and he hasn't lost his production skills at all. And same with his flows, bro. You could tell that he still has it. He has good lyricism when he actually is like not doing like weird punchlines. Temporary was incredibly corny. Skylar Grey had an awful performance, in my opinion. In terms of the lyrics that she had, bro, the slightly offbeat singing, I see what she was going for, and I see what Eminem was going for. In terms of like an old melodic Eminem like flow, vibe, and stuff like that, I don't think it went that well. Bad One, I have as a massive skip on this album. Tubby was actually one of the better songs on the album, which I really did not expect it to be when the single first came out, but it grew on me, as well as the track list is not that incredible compared to it. Somebody Save Me is the last song on this album, and why is Jelly Roll on this album, bro? And that's my only flaw with that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Jelly Roll low-key did an incredible job on his vocals and closes off on a decent note with this Eminem album, giving a heartfelt verse. But like, bro, bro, I normally would not like Jelly Roll as much as I do. I feel like he did a pretty good job on this song though. I feel like Eminem giving a bunch of heartfelt verses was definitely very needed on this album. He had a good variety of stuff on here, and for that reason, I think that this album is honestly not that bad. I mean, I'd give it a listen. Definitely a listenable album, and maybe I would change the album cover if I was him. I don't really like that album cover that much, but I mean, bro, it's kind of nice, bro. The album is kind of nice. I'd give it like a 6.5 out of 10, which is a little bit strict, but I think that there's definitely a lot of corny lines in here. Even if you're trying to act as the Slim Shady character, I feel like there's been better Eminem albums, bro. There's been way better Eminem albums, and I think that Eminem, unfortunately, has just been past his peak in terms of making music, and I don't think that he's gonna be coming back to the same extent that we've seen him before. But with that all being said, let me know how you guys feel about this album in the comments below for a chance to get pinned. I love you all very much. I'm conflicted, and I'm out. Peace.